Steve Zimmerman.
Let him have it, Steve.
Steve doesn't know me that long.
Oh, but he doesn't have to know you, Lord.
I'm going to give you a lot of actions tomorrow, Steve. Be gentle. I gotta bring out my cards here. He's loaded. He's loaded. You're right.
Viewing? Well, the first one, this is to Fran. Well, Fran, the time has finally come. You both worked hard all your lives to have a good life. You raised a beautiful family and have some great grandchildren. Now that Blaze is retired, you can spend every waking hour together, day after day,
At the bullet.
All right. One first point I'd like to make is Blaze. Blaze. I know your real name is Gotcha. I couldn't understand why you have two different names. Then it dawned on me. An Italian from the Bronx changes his name, moves to North Carolina. Don't worry, the secret is safe with me. Well, maybe, you know, business is business. Point two, Blaze was brought up in the Bronx, which I always considered a suburb of Brooklyn. To me, Brooklyn was the best borough, that's why it was in Kings County.
Shoot him.
The only difference was that if you lived in the Bronx, you had a little more money. If you lived in Queens, you were rich. If you lived in Forest Hills, you were very rich. Manhattan was a place where you worked. And if you lived on Staten Island, you have to live off the land because nobody could get to you. This was before the bridge. Blaze has this favorite expression which we hear all the time, especially in meetings. You probably all heard it. He says, somebody's got to step up to the plate. Here's the plate. I'm stepping up to it. Now what? Oh, this is
Make sure I don't use that term tomorrow.
this is another pet peeve of mine. Everybody here knows Tony Messina. Tony's a really nice guy.
Yeah, you got
But
that.
I can't understand why Blaze dislikes him so much. Every time Blaze sees Tony, he calls him poison.
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 That's a Bronx accent. He's always saying, every time he says it, hey, poison. Tell me, Blaze, what is it you got against the guy? Oh, yeah. I understand now that you're retiring, you will be playing more golf. I've received a request from your golfing buddies. They wanted me to talk to you about your golf.
Not to pull them up, right?
They wanted me to tell you that the object of the game is to get the least amount of strokes, not the most. They recommend that you go back to the basics and start with teeing up the ball. I got you this so you can practice teeing up a ball. Another thing Blaze is very involved with is CERT. For those of you that don't know what CERT means, it's the Community Emergency Response Team. By the way, if you haven't filled out a survey, you really should do it, or he'll ask you for it. He may tell you he wants to help the Carolina Preserve community, but in reality, he's active because he likes the shirts. He has a fall shirt, a winter shirt, and a spring shirt. What he doesn't have is a summer shirt. And those of us from New York City should recall what an Italian smoking jacket is. Well, here I am to present you with your CERT summer shirt. I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet.
Put it on there. I'll bring it down to her and see if she
Okay. In addition, since the shirts came in a package of 2, I got you another one, which you can wear when you're doing undercover work for CERT. This has no monogram on it. Okay. And, in closing, I'd like to say that Blaze puts up this facade of being a really nice guy. But let me tell you that behind that facade of a really nice guy is a really nice guy.
Okay.
Frankie's got the
Can you hear me
okay.
now?
Oh, he's got the mic. Brad, he's got the
Is it my
mic.
turn now? Are you finished with me? I get a wife's perspective now.
Mama.
I'm gonna be nice.
Why?
Just because.
Oh, you're gonna say everything you just said.
Yes.
Because I was.
I'm gonna be nice. I've known Blaze since 1964. I'm married, it's gonna be 40 years in April. I saw Blaze go through 5 of the rottenest years you've ever known. And he did it like a man, and he did it with style. And he's the most unselfish person I've ever met. And I'm fortunate to be married to him. And he better listen to that now, because he ain't never gonna hear it again.
Thank you, friend. Let me see, who was the first one to start, Lou?